Hey guys, it's Wise Dragon Comics here. Gonna show you a lesson of something that I plan to do a little bit further down the road, but I figure I can invite it now so you get the gist of it when I bring it up later. What we're gonna talk about today is something called foreshortening. Foreshortening is when you bring something into the foreground to make it look slightly a bit bigger than something that would normally be in the background. For instance, something that's closer to you, like if your fist was like, see how it's all towards the camera and whatnot, and it looks bigger. That's what foreshortening is versus it just being out here. It looks bigger when it's up close. You can actually use this effect when you're drawing your manga. It's best used in like action type manga or suspense type manga or something with that's related to some intense scene. You can even use it and manipulate it in dramatic manga like for shojo, for instance. Although since I'm not well versed in how to make that kind of genre, I couldn't really explain it on how to use it then. But I'm just going to show you some of the differences that actually entails foreshortening and how you can make something look a lot better. Like I'm going to do a quick sketch here about. I'm going to show a guy just getting just in front of a sword and whatnot. It's not really going to be that detailed, so I can draw it a little quicker. As you can see, one guy is coming at the other guy with a weapon. Now, that's what it would look like side view. Now, let's apply foreshortening to it. And we'll change the view up a little bit so we can employ foreshortening. So we can get this foreshortening effect. What we're going to do is we're going to make the view come from the back of the character, as if this was the camera. I'm going to make it come from the back of the character. So This isn't exactly the best example of foreshortening, but I'm gonna actually make a quick sketch that'll just show foreshortening itself without actually looking like it's in a panel. Right after I get done with this. As you can see, if you darken both of these, now this is actually looks like it should be part of another lesson called scene choosing, which I haven't really planned on having that kind of lesson yet. But as you can see, there's this, then we have this. Looks bigger because it's in the foreground. Now I'm going to actually just make a quick sketch, show you guys what foreshortening really is for just its true definition. Just grabbing a random page out of my sketchbook real quick. And of course, just knock my camera over. And this is what foreshortening would actually look. Some of the best ways of foreshortening also exaggerate the appeal of certain, they exaggerate the anatomy of certain things that are drawn. As you can see how much bigger fist right here is compared to this one over here. Now that is foreshortening just to fit the definition. Foreshortening is mainly used to create a more dynamic effect, as I stated earlier. I might not have worded it as well, but that's what you use foreshortening for. Sometimes it's better to give the reader something refreshing and not so consistent. So it's a little interesting, gives their eyes a little bit of a workout, and it's felt on a subconscious level rather than just something that they just apparently would just, oh, what's this? This is foreshortening. Nah, they wouldn't just notice it like that. Even other artists, from one artist reading another's art to one another, unless we actually sit back and analyze it, it was not like we see it and think like, oh, that's a great use of foreshortening. No, we're just simply enjoying it. And this about concludes the video. But overall, that's an example of foreshortening. Usually, when foreshortening is done, the item, like the object or part of the limb that is foreshortened, per se, looks bigger anatomically and is abstractly bigger than it would normally be. And in future lessons, I'm gonna go ahead and mention more on this and how it can actually be used specifically to create a more dynamic and interesting scene or effect or whatever you might be going for. And farewell, guys. Keep drawing hard and stay focused.